Virgin Radio 104.4, the UAE's number one hit music station. Yes, you're locked into Fusion, the best Afrobeat soundtrack in the country. What's going on? My name's Eddie, and in the studio with me right now, they call her a triple threat.
Oh, wow.
She can sing, she can dance, she can act. The one and only Nora Fatehi.
Thank you.
Welcome to the studio.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for joining me in the studio. I love it that you're in the studio with me off the release of your brand new single, which we're going to talk about later. But first up, let's kick things off and remind the fans of where your journey started off. How about we play your song, Nora?
Okay, yeah.
Tell me about Nora. How did the song come about, and what's the background about the song?
So Nora would be, well, honestly, I started my singing career 4 or 5 years ago, and I started with an Arabic song called Arabic Dilbar, and that did really well, and it opened a lot of doors for me in my singing career. And then I moved on, and I did an Afro track with Rayvanny called Pipita, and then from there I just kept doing track after track, and then I signed my record deal with Warner last year, and our first track together is Nora, and we released that in July. And Nora is a really special track because we created this concept of introducing me to the global audience for them to understand that I am someone who has like 3 cultures within my identity, you know, my Canadian background because I was born and raised there, my Moroccan ethnicity because my parents are Moroccan, I'm, you know, African, and then of course the Indian background because I flourished in India, and me as Nora Fatehi grew as a star in India, and I take a lot of Indian influences within my artistry. So Nora is an introductory to the global world of who I am today. So
you spoke about your Moroccan roots. How do you balance what you're doing now with your Moroccan roots? Like, is there like a middle ground where you're like, you know what, I want to like influence my music by staying true to my culture as well?
Well, look, essentially, like, I try to put a little bit of elements of Morocco through either my visuals in my music videos, the fashion, and sometimes even the dancing.
Okay.
And if that doesn't happen, then sometimes I like to take some sound and inject it into the music. But sometimes it gets hard because I have these 3 cultures that I really love to represent. So I try to find a way to balance it out. In some projects I would, and then some projects I wouldn't. It really depends on the theme. But I'm very proud of my backgrounds and who I am. And I know there are a lot of people in the world who have like multi-backgrounds or multicultural, and they could relate to where I'm coming from. Yeah,
very true. All right. So I love this track, how it sounds. You talk about the Moroccan sounds. It sounds with a ululation.
Yes.
All right, let's go. Now you just dropped a brand new single, teaming up with the one and only Jason Derulo. The video has more than 54 million hits right now on YouTube, which is amazing. Tell us about how this song came about and what's the background behind the song.
So after releasing, you know, Dilbar, Arabic Dilbar, Pipita, Dirty Little Secret, and of course, I also sang the anthem for FIFA World Cup called Light the Sky. And I signed my record deal with Warner. I was very clear that I wanted to start working with really big producers and create a sound which is global. We could mix more urban hip-hop sounds with either Arabic beats or Indian beats. So when I met Tommy Brown, who's the producer of Snake, in his studio, I briefed him like, I need you to give me a sound that can bring the R&B hip-hop world and the Arabic world together. And him and his team, Parker and Cortland, created Snake. And then I asked him to create a hook, which is easy to sing.
Okay.
So that even if you don't know English, if you listen to the song a couple of times, then the hook, the chorus
it's
can
catchy,
get stuck.
It's stuck in your head.
And we kept it simple. And then he brought Jason Derulo on board for the collaboration because he felt that Jason would match my energy in terms of if we had to dance, then he would be able to dance. He'd be able to perform in a music video. He'd be able to act in a music video. So it would give you an all-round 360 experience.
Okay.
So when he heard the song, he hopped on. He did his verse, which was amazing. I think he added a lot of swag, a lot of sauce to the track, which was needed. And it balanced everything out. So then when we shot the video in Morocco, what I loved about Jason is he was so sportive. I told him, like, I want you to get into, you know, the Moroccan vibe. I want you to wear Moroccan clothes. Even if I have an Indian outfit, I need you to wear it. You know, we're going to mix up everything together. He was game for it. He was game to do the choreo. And he loved what my director had as a vision. My director Abdurrafi's vision was to create a futuristic Morocco. So it's like it looks like Morocco, but it's like futuristic. So with all the gears and the VFX and the graphics, and so I loved his vision. And what I love about Abdurrafi, he's done so many music videos of mine, and he's the kind of director that if he has a vision and he shows you the mood board, that's exactly what you're gonna get. You know,
so who presents like the plan or the layout of the music? Is it you? Does it come from you?
Well, look,
or
it's Abdurrafi, it's my director. But obviously we jam together. You know, it's a group effort, but his execution is top notch. Like even the music video Nora was all him. You know, he's like, I want to bring the authentic Morocco world into your visuals so that people understand who you are. And he did such a beautiful job at celebrating my journey, you know, through all these symbolisms. Like if you see the music video Nora, you can see like the car that was used. That's to symbolize how I'm a traveler, you know. I use traveling to grow as a artist, you know, from Canada to India, to India to now like all over the world. And the old lady in the beginning who does the zagrate, that's the symbolism of celebrating me, of who I am today. So he's just such a smart artistic director. We don't have anyone like that right now, and and Jason loves him. Like when he had that experience on set with him during Snake, he's like, Nora, this is like one of the greatest directors. I'm like,
that's
I know.
So you spoke about choreo, like, and I've seen a lot of videos. Like you are now a choreographer, like you are directing the music video as well.
Yeah, you know what? I just wear a lot of hats, and I think that some artists just know what they want. And when you're like an artist like that, you just dabble in everything. And of course, I always have my choreographer Rajat with me. But what I love about him is he allows me to have my input. If I have a vision of a move, he allows me to, you know, come and change things and add things. So we're all collaborators, you know, in our team.
It's a team effort.
Always. And I think that's what makes a lot of my projects a success.
That's amazing. All right, let's do it. Now, we're focusing on Afrobeats.
Yes.
And I wanted to find out from you, like, so you mentioned you worked with Rayvanny, one of the best in from Tanzania. How was it working with him?
Oh, he's amazing. That's my sweetheart. We love him so much. My team is obsessed with him because he's been the most sportive and professional, easygoing artist. When I brought him to Thailand to shoot the music video, he came. He was so easy to work with. Good boy. Like he's a very good boy. And then even when like I brought him to Dubai Expo to perform on stage with me, and we performed Pepeta. He's just like someone who, and I've worked with a lot of artists, and some can be very difficult to work with, and they come with a lot unnecessarily. He's just simple. He's like, I'm here, I want to be with you, I want to perform with you. He loves the music, he loves grabbing any opportunity, and he's a hustler like me, and that's what I love about him. And besides that, he's so talented. Like his voice is so beautiful.
That's amazing.
Yeah, definitely. Big up Rayvanny.
Yeah. So Pepeta, you did the song with him. Did you learn any Swahili?
My best friend is Kenyan, by the way.
Oh, really?
And she speaks Swahili, so she teaches me. VP?
Mambo
VP.
Poa.
Yeah, like, you know, so that's my girl. She's been my friend since high school, and I have a lot of Swahili Kenyan influences in my life.
That's amazing. Hey, representing my motherland. I love that.
Of course.
We're talking about Afrobeats, and I wanted to find out from you. Now, every time I ask any artist this question, they're like, "Oh, why are you putting me on the spot?"
Okay.
So I don't want to put you on the spot.
Okay.
But I want to find out your top 5 Afrobeat artists. I know you want to say like in no order. You want to do, you know, you don't want to do anyone disservice or anything. But like, who are you listening to? Like, who are you vibing to when it comes to Afrobeat?
Let's get him in the frame so everyone knows he asked me this question. Okay, so top 5, right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. This doesn't mean like I like one better than the other. But top 5, I'll give you top 5 based on impact. Okay, so you have Wizkid.
Personally to you, impact personally to you, or to the music industry?
If I said so, then it is what it is. I'm kidding. I mean, I think generally, to me also, I would say Wizkid. Because like he was a game changer, 100%. Burna Boy, simply because he's representing globally. He's
the
on
African
mainstream.
giant.
It's insane, and no one's doing it like him right now. These two for sure, based on impact. Then you have, I really, really like Ruger's voice.
Ruger.
Yeah, I think he's upcoming, new, fresh, you know, like Umale.
Umale?
Yes, for sure. And
one more.
This one's tough.
Maybe female? Any females in there?
Female. I would say I really love what Tyla's doing.
Tyla.
Definitely.
Amazing.
Like I love how she's holding her own. I like how she's unapologetically herself. She's understanding how like what she needs to do.
Yeah.
And I love how she's bringing performance into her music. It's not just singing, but there's a lot of dancing, a lot of like aesthetics going on and I love what all African artists today are doing, from North African to South African to East African, West African. Everybody right now, I think they're taking over the music industry.
They're making Afrobeats global.
100%.
Nora, Afrobeats, when it comes to Afrobeats, any particular, you've worked with Rayvanny, I know.
Yes.
Any other Afrobeat artists you've worked with that we don't know of?
I worked with CK
Awesome.
recently. So for his album Emotions, we have a track together called It's True. And I'm featured on it. And it's a beautiful mix of, you got the Afrobeat with a little bit of Latin, world. But at the same time, when I come in with my verse, I've mixed English and Hindi together.
Yeah.
With a bit of Arabic melodies. So
Yeah.
it's a beautiful exotic fusion of multiple cultures and worlds, and when I hear it, I feel like it just takes us to another world. It was really nice to work with CK, and after Love Na Utiti, I wanted to work with him for a while, and so did he, and then we just came together and just made this beautiful track.
Amazing. We're about to wrap up this interview. Nora, thank you so much for coming through to the studios.
Thank you for having me.
Any message you have for your fans when it comes to your music or movies, or what are you up to right now?
Oh yeah, I always thank them. I thank them for showing so much support. It's actually because of them that I'm able to do what I'm doing today. Snake is a big hit right now. It's on my YouTube channel as one of my international collabs. It's done already 55 million in less than 8-9 days, and that's all because of the fans.
Yeah.
And of course, stream Snake on Spotify. We need those streams to go up, guys.
Yep.
And I love you. My movies, I have a few movies coming out this year in Bollywood, and the beauty of what I'm doing is I'm able to still do my Bollywood stuff, but at the same time do my international music and, try and get these two worlds coming together.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in terms of your music, any albums coming up in the future,
Listen,
or what's happening
Let me tell
there?
you, Eddie, I'm going to be back soon because
Okay.
I have a crazy Afro track that's going to release this year. Oh my God, if you hear it, you're going to be like, Nora.
Anyone, are you collaborating with someone, or are you going to leave it as a surprise?
I'm reaching out to a specific person, so I
Okay.
hope he agrees. If he agrees, you're going to love it.
All right.
Yeah.
Whoever you are, please say yes. Please say yes. We need the Afrobeat track from Nora.
Yes.
Nora Fatehi, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
through. I appreciate it.